What's up, everybody? Ben Yaconis here from the Wombo Combo Show, continuing our 32 for 32. Today is day 21. I'm doing the Washington Commanders. Just a quick recap on their season. The Washington Commanders went 12-5, finished second in their respective division in the NFC East. Jayden Daniels, one of the bigger surprises of the entire season. Rookie quarterback coming out hot. Threw for 25 throwing touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. Phenomenal rookie year. Look for him to improve on that in his second year coming up. He was also the team's leading rusher. He ran 148 times, had almost 1,000 yards rushing, 891 to be exact, and had 6 touchdowns on the ground. So he dual threat guy. Teams across the league are looking for that kind of production from their quarterback. I can't wait to watch him play next year again. Terry McLaurin, obviously, without a surprise, was their number one wide receiver, had 82 receptions, over 1,000 yards, and 13 reception touchdowns. He was their best receiver by far. The Commanders could use some help there, wide receiver, just to get some pressure off of Scary Terry. As you all know, the first day of free agency has come and gone, so to predict who they would sign is kind of out of the question. They are already signed guys. There's still guys out there that can be signed, but I'm just going to go over a couple key guys that the Commanders signed this offseason. One of the biggest ones wasn't necessarily a signing. It was a trade. They traded for Deebo Samuel from the San Francisco 49ers. They only sent a 5th-round pick. They also acquired Laremy Tunsil from the Houston Texans. They also got a 2025 4th-round pick. In exchange for a 3rd and a 7th in this year's draft and a 2nd and a 4th in next year's draft. So I like that trade for them. It kind of helps their offensive line. Tunsil's been good. He's been good down in Houston. I think a change of scenery for him will actually he'll do better up there in Washington. And a couple other guys that were key re-signings for them. They re-signed Zach Ertz to a 1-year deal. And they also re-signed veteran linebacker Bobby Wagner to another 1-year deal to stay with the team. Now looking to the draft for the Commanders, their 3 biggest needs this year are pass catcher, secondary, and linebacker. I would also throw in running back there. I like Robinson Jr. He's a nice running back, but he has issues staying healthy. And Eckler, he's just aging. He also has injury issues. So I would look for them to get a running back in the later rounds, like 3rd round and later, day 2, day 3. I would agree that pass catcher would be a high priority for them. Get Jayden Daniels, another nice target. I do like the Deebo trade for them, but I feel like they could get a better wide receiver in the draft than Deebo Samuel. Maybe like a Ibuka from Ohio State, Matthew Golden from Texas, McMillan from Arizona, where he falls in the draft. I like all 3 of those guys. Look for Washington to possibly target one of those guys in the draft, depending on what happens in the draft, who falls down and whatnot. And then in the secondary, that's their 2nd biggest need. I could also see them going that route in the draft as well. That was a problem for them last season. They traded for Marshawn Lattimore, the Saints, mid-year last season. So look for them to possibly go that route as well. A guy I think they could get in the 1st round that could fit nicely for them is Johnson from Michigan. If he falls down to them in the draft, I know they're a later pick in the 1st round, but if he falls to them, I think that would be a nice steal for them in the 1st round. All right, that wraps up another edition of our 32 for 32 on the Washington Commanders. Shout out to our boy Terry. He's a big Commanders fan. Let us know in the comments below what you think the Commanders should do in this year's draft, and we'll see you next time, folks.